Right.
So he's breaking down a lot of the universal laws in here. You know, a whole bunch of stuff is up in here. And he did the research, and he utilized this book right here, what you call it, the Arcana of Freemasonry.
Mm-hmm.
So he utilized this to for references to write his book. You know, so all these type of books are important. If you say that you're a Freemason, you know, you got to actually study what they're saying. And then once you, like I said, once you realize the philosophers had something to do with Freemasonry, the origin of the Masonic degrees, you know, which talk about how France was really involved because everybody always talks about England.
Right.
You know, and I was like, hold on, something wrong.
Right.
France had more to do with it, knowing that Napoleon, right, went into Egypt.
Right.
You know, so this is information that we have to go back and reevaluate, you know, and question, which a lot of people don't want to do. They just want to walk around, like I said, with the cliches. We can approach every altar, or we can wear all the emblems, and we know what they say. Shoot, the emblem, we're even challenging the emblem. This is Dr. York's book, The Universal Lessons of the Masonic Lodge, The Secret Degrees and Studies of EA, Entered Apprentice. But we're even about to challenge this concept. When we approached it the first time, we had the compass and square, and we explained it as the circle and square as the science of creation, right? But this time we're about to come at it a whole different way, you know? Because we have to challenge all that.
Right.
It's no doubt that we have to challenge all that. You know, like some people say that, well, I replaced the G with the I. So what exactly does that mean? And why did you replace the G with the I?
Right.
When you start realizing the G and the I pretty much are the same thing if you understand the symbolism behind it.
Well, why is there something in the middle between the compass and the square anyway?
Right. But that's the point. You know? And once you realize it's pretty much the same thing, you're going to be like, oh, wow, that was deep. You know?
So you're saying by learning all of these different disciplines, you're going to realize that all of this stuff is the same stuff.
It's the same thing. And you know that's why we talk about like religion. It's the same. It's pretty much the same thing. All they did was change the character. So they changed the symbolism and they changed the allegory, but it's the same process. There's a Most High. You know what I'm saying? There's some prophets. You know, there's women involved. There's children involved. And you know that all. What does that take us back to? That take us back to the Pythagorean theorem, which is really the what you call it, the Ophmos.
Ophmos Papyrus.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And once you start seeing that triangle that's used and stuff, and you're like, hold on, there's 3 points. And it's interesting because what we talk about, the transatlantic slave trade had 3 points. Europe, America, and Africa, or the Americas and Africa. It's the same thing. Once you're able to parallel, like we say, master, you know, they say be a jack of all trade, master of none. We say be a jack of all trade, master of one. Because if you can master that one, you could parallel or correlate all the other concepts to it, and just start plugging different, you know, your different concepts or different words into the concepts that you already know. Because it ain't about memorizing, for instance, math, right? It's not about being worried about A plus B for algebra. A plus B equals C, right? Or 1 plus 2 equals 3. The thing is that you understand that there's a concept behind it. So you study the concept. Don't get thrown off if you go into like a statistics class and they say sigma equals, in parentheses, n minus y over, which means division over so and